welcome back to our channel. This is your host again. It's Miss Lily, and you are watching Basilia, Lend a Helping Hand. Okay, now for those of you who are new to this channel, I usually upload one video every Sunday where we choose 3 recipients and we give them a financial help of 500 pesos. That is just our way of giving back to our community. But in this video, I'm just specifically going to talk about my anxiety, how I dealt with it in the past, and how I am dealing with it now. So there is no draws in this video, and that's why it was uploaded on a separate days, not on a Sunday. Okay, so anxiety, what is it? Like, anxiety is like when you become anxious, when you become nervous, or when you are on the edge. And a lot of people now, I guess, is suffering from it because of the pandemic, because of our financial situation, and for whatever reason. So I just want you to keep in mind that I am not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, and I am not a qualified person who can give an advice to you. But what I can do is I can share my experiences and anything that I've been through in the past in regards to my own anxiety. So this is all about me. Okay, so now in the past, I usually work 2 jobs, and I think it's all my life that I've been here. I always work 2 jobs, one in the morning full-time and one at night part-time, and there are some Saturdays as well. So you can see how I'm I'm exhausting my body. I overuse it, right? So some people are telling me that well, if you keep doing what you are doing, like one day it's really gonna catch up to you. And I said, well, okay, if I will just wait for that one day, and I will deal with it when it comes, or I will cross the bridge when I get there, right? And so true enough, it did catch up to me. So one day, what happened was I was working part-time. It was a Saturday morning, and I woke up around 5 o'clock in the morning because I have to be there by I think 7 or 8 a.m. So considering I have to dress up and take the subway and blah blah blah, so I need to get up early. And so what happened was I was working, and all of a sudden I have these weird feelings inside me that I could not explain. I could not even even now I could not even explain it to myself what I felt back then. But all I can remember is I had tremors, and I had to go to the hospital emergency because that was the first time, and I was so scared because I don't know what's going on with me. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me that well, you are suffering from anxiety disorder, or what you call it, a panic disorder. And so I said, well, okay, so what can I do about it? And so he said, well, I can give you a medication, and you can take this medication, whenever you have an attack. But you have to be careful because this medication is addictive. So I will just give you a few, and you go to your family doctor, and I will let your family doctor prescribe you your medication. That way she can also monitor you, right? So that's what happened, and that was over 20 years ago. And can you imagine 20 years? That's a very long time. But at the time, I wasn't really paying attention to it because I hardly got an attack. It started with once a year, and then that is for so many years. It's just once a year, and then it becomes it became once every 6 months, and then later on it becomes once every month, and then now lately it's once every 2 weeks. So I was scared, and I said, okay, now I have to really deal with this now. So I started it when the attack happens once a month. Then that's when I've started observing myself and see what really triggers my attack, and what I can do to not to prevent it, well, yeah, to prevent it, and also to control it. And one of the things that I've noticed is whenever I am stressed, that is like financially stressed, emotionally stressed, like, like I do get an attack. Or whenever I am worried, let's say someone is sick or someone died, like just recently a friend of ours passed away because of COVID, and that hit me. Like I got an attack right that night because I knew it's gonna happen. And number three, sometimes when I eat something that doesn't agree with my stomach, like that also, like, I have to watch what is it that I am eating that is causing my anxiety. Sometimes if I eat too fast, that also triggers my anxiety. And the last one is when I am angry. So you see, I cannot get angry. I have to be happy. Even when I'm doing my video, I have to be happy because, like, it looks like any emotional things is affecting my anxiety. So I had to be very, very careful. And, what can I do to prevent it, right? But I remembered when my mom, when I was little, I think I was about maybe 10 years old, and my mom was like just sitting there, and she just keep on burping, because that is also a sign of, like, one of my signs when I'm having an attack, like I will have to keep on burping, and sometimes I burp 30 to 40 times a day continuously. No, seriously, continuously. Like, and it's really very annoying. And that's when I remembered my mom that, oh yeah, she used to do this. But at the time, because I was little, I didn't know what's happening. I didn't know, like, anything about it. So now that I am also experiencing it, I can relate. And this is the only time that I can say that, oh, this is what my mom was feeling, and I should have, like, like, see, I am gonna cry now. No, you're not gonna cry. But, so I was just telling myself that, Mom, my mom passed away, but I also talked to her and said, Mom, why is it that there's so many things that you can give me, but why are you giving me this disorder, right? You could have given me money for my inheritance. But I can hear my mom saying that, my child, this is all I can afford. So anyways, I'm gonna go back to the things that I've done to control my attack. And I know, like I said, I have signs before I get that full-blown attack. So what I do is, number one, I boil some water. Okay, boil some water, and while it's boiling, I'm doing my breathing exercises. Like I have to watch myself, make sure that I'm really breathing it, inhale and exhale, and you're doing that properly. If when you inhale, your stomach go bigger, and when you exhale it, like, through your mouth. So make sure you do that. Like, I do that like 2, 3, 4 times while I'm boiling my water. And then once the water is hot enough, like, I just put in a little bit of cold water so that, make it warm, and I can drink it, and that will help me settle my stomach. Okay. Now, number 2, I call anyone who is available, which in this case, my one sister, who is always available and know what I am going through. Usually pick up my calls even if it's at night, and then we'll talk about it, and not about this. We'll just talk about other things, about, like, funny things, just to divert my attention away from my attack. And sometimes, like, if that still didn't work, like, I will just watch movie, like funny movies, comedy romance, what else, even action, but not a lot of killing, no horror movies, nothing like that. It's just like funny movies, or even series like Friends, like, you just laugh, or anything funny that will not really trigger my attack. Okay. And sometimes I do pray, like, like I do my rosary. That takes about 20 minutes to do that, so that also helped me, like, calm myself down. And or I go to bed and just rest, because when you're resting, it's still there, like, so hopefully by the time I do all the rituals, like, like by the time I go to sleep or I go to bed, I'm more relaxed. Most of the time, my rituals worked. And yeah, like I can control it better now, much better than before. But there are some days where it fails, and that's when I take my medication. There were also some instances where I was at work, and I will have this attack, and they will have to call an ambulance, and they will take me to the hospital. But then they will also diagnose me with the same thing, which is an anxiety attack, right? There was also another instance where, again, it's at work, and I had to go home, but then my co-office mate will bring me home, because I do not want to take the subway by myself. I was scared, And there was another time where my sister had to come and get me from my work, and also brought me home. So when I think about it, it is embarrassing, but really there is nothing that I can do, because that's already done in the past. So right now, what I'm doing is, like I said, I was observing myself and still, like, doing my rituals to control it. And I'm happy to say that it is working, because the medication that I was taking back then, 20 years ago, is exactly the same dose of medication that I am taking when I am having an attack. I am not telling you to take this medication, that's why I'm not mentioning what it is. But, like, just so you know that, like, you have to find what works for you. I'm just sharing this because this is what works for me, and if you try it, it might help you, or it might work for you too. Different people, they have different kind of attack. Let's say for me, I am having dizziness, I am having palpitation, I am having anxiousness, like really, like you're too anxious. What else am I having? Yeah, and I have that burping, like, that is really annoying, like I said before. But, like, I don't know about other people, but, sometimes I can hear myself to my heartbeat. I can hear it going dung, 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 dung. And that is very scary, because, like, who can hear your own heartbeat, right? But like I said, because I am already used to it, I already cope with it, so I already know how to treat it, I already know how to handle it. And so far, like I said, I am doing much better now than before, knowing what I know now. So for you guys, I would recommend relaxation. I know that, we do have to work, we have to provide to, for our family, for our kids, but relaxation can do a lot of things for you. It can relieve your stress, it can relieve your depression, it can relieve your anxiety. So, like, like, you owe it to yourself. Relax once in a while. You have to, because, like, that is good for you. Because if you keep doing what I did in the past, you might end up, having this disorder just like me, and it's not fun. It's not fun at all. So do yourself a favor, start, relaxing whenever you can, even just a 10 minutes break, 15 minutes break, relax. Okay, so now if you guys learned something from this video, please leave a comment. If you have any question about it, please leave a comment. If you want to talk or just have a chat with me, please leave a comment, because I do believe that that aside from our doctors, the next best person to talk to is someone who is also experiencing this condition, because they can relate to what you are going through. I'm not gonna tell you that, oh, it's just in your head, because other people told me that, but it's not, because when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. It's right there. So I can relate. So yeah, so like I said, if you like this topic, if you like this channel, please share it. Please click the like button, and most importantly, please support my channel and subscribe to my channel. Okay, well, that's all for now, and I hope, like, you are all well, and be safe, and God bless you all, and I will see you again next Sunday, because no, not this Sunday, the following Sunday, which is almost the Valentine's Day, and I will share you my love story. Okay, so I will see you again next Sunday here in the same channel. God bless us all. Thank you for watching, and thank you to all our subscribers. Bye-bye.